Refresh these WNBA
Oh shit!
scores.
All right, well we're live. Hold on.
Oh.
I forgot to hit
uh,
the countdown, so
I was waiting for the motherfucking countdown.
we just blamed in. We just blamed in. We just fucking
Yeah, cold start,
right
man.
to it. Old school showing up. No countdown. Nothing. I'm saying welcome to
Good
another
thing I didn't say
episode.
anything flagrant.
Right? Welcome to another episode of Caveman and IronMonkey talking that shit. We talk the shit about the things that's going on in the world. We give our spin, but we say with our
Mm.
motherfucking chests. So, yeah,
Yep.
welcome to another episode. I don't even know what episode this is, man. We got to be like at least around like 10 or 15. But thanks for
Yeah.
rocking with us. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on the YouTube. If you ain't watching us on the
Mm.
YouTube, because my fucking dumbass clicked the Facebook and Twitch. So if you're watching us on Facebook Live, go to the YouTube. Make sure you click that like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the button. You know what I'm saying, so that you can
Oh,
be in the
yo,
know.
you're discombobulated tonight, huh?
Yeah, well, call it a bonus episode or a special episode for the people in the world. All the other episodes you got to watch. We go live on YouTube every Sunday night, right around
Mm.
now, and that's where you're gonna want to catch us. Um,
Mm.
but yo, man, how was your week?
My week was pretty good. Finally finished my mix and got it out. I was supposed to do another one. But that one, it was just way too much shit going on. So I finally got this one out. And I was using an AI voice generator, and this motherfucker could not say the title properly at all. So like I get a couple of like free tries before I had to like start paying for the shit. And I was like, man, fuck it. I'm gonna just rock with the error. But finally finished the mix. It's an R&B mix. I was able to get my daughter's song on there, Miss Dreams. Song is called Playdate. Again, her name is Miss MZ Dream, and the song is Playdate. I was able to get her song on the mix, so it's a nice little thing. I had to keep it simple, but overall, my week was straight. Last night, got fucking drunk at work. Um, Not gonna really incriminate myself, but um, I didn't really watch the show. It was like a burlesque Halloween party type shit
Oh, you went to
with
like a
rock and
dirty
roll.
strip. You were using a dirty strip club last night.
Well, I wasn't paying attention. That's one thing with me. Like, I just don't pay attention to the show a lot of times, and I don't pay attention to the crowd. I only pay attention to the work because I realize every time I start getting into like the show and everything, work becomes exponentially much harder. Like it crazy much. It was like, but either way, they had that going on, and they had another show going on in another room. So I was working two different shows by myself. So my body was hurting. Had a couple of shots to kind of numb everything to get myself home and go to sleep, but I paid for it today. Um, Other than that, just had a pretty chill week. You know, Glad to see another day. How about your week, man? How was you
Man,
rocking
shit,
out?
you
You was
already
telling
know,
me
man.
some things that you got in the mail today. I
I'm
don't know
out
if you
there,
want to share that.
I'm daily out there, fulfilling the fantasies of single house mothers and nannies and shit out there on the male routes. You know,
The Desperate Housewives.
the desperate housewives. I don't know how many of them are desperate. I mean, it's affluent out there, but maybe that's why. But either way, you know what I'm saying.
Desperate for some good D. I don't know.
It's getting heavy now. You know what I'm saying. We rolling into Thanksgiving and Christmas seasons, Halloween and
Mm.
shit. So packages and shit is starting to get a little heavy, mail, whatever. But it is what it is. It's that time of the years where I feel like
Mm.
I earned my money for real. Um, More importantly, the motherfucking Lions won today. You see the hat. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
They went into Minnesota and punched the shit out
Yeah.
of the Vikings. It was a close game, though. They won with a last second field goal. Kick that shit and get out of there. But everybody
Yeah.
played good.
You was just
Um,
cheering your team the last couple of weeks that they started kicking field goals again rather
Listen,
than going forth and
the
everything.
fighting Dan Campbells have changed their tune. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? Uh, they're kicking the field goals and trying to get out of there with some wins. So I think they see
Hmm.
that it could have been like a little bit detrimental to them. So they at least taking the points. Yeah, I mean, if you want to go for it and you can't get no points and it's a field position thing, that's different than if you're in field goal range, just take the points, you know.
Yeah.
But oh, shout out to Mike. Mike, I didn't get a fillet of fish. So sorry, dude.
What?
Yeah. Mike and I have his shout out to Mike New. We have an ongoing thing where, you know, because he comes in when I leave at the club on Sundays, and he's always like, "Yo, if you happen to try to pass to Mickey D's, maybe you could grab me a fillet of fish, because it is the best sandwich inside the Golden Arches, in my opinion."
Huh.
However, I've yet to have the chicken Big Mac, so that shit could be good, it could
Filet
be bad,
fish?
but the fillet of fish is the best sandwich on the McDonald's menu, and whenever I have one, I usually have two.
Yeah. I don't want to make a ditty statement and say the big and tasty was pretty good while they had it, but
The fuck is
I'm
the
not
big
gonna.
and tasty?
Yeah, it was a burger that they had. I can't really explain it. It was good. It was like a juicier. It was basically a quarter pounder with lettuce and tomatoes.
Oh, all right.
Basically.
Cool. Who else is in the chat? Shout out to Ryan. Hey man, I know you're a Yankees fan, but yeah, I don't even know.
New York Yankees, New York Yankees.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mike
man.
Mike said the big and tasty was bomb, so I have to take y'all word for it. I never the only sandwiches
Yeah.
I get, the only thing I get at McDonald's is I get the filet. Uh,
Hmm.
Sometimes I get the cheeseburgers, but with no pickles because pickles are I don't know, their pickles are just trash.
Really?
Yeah, and
Huh.
what's
I
this?
get mine with extra pickles, extra mustard, because the shit is free. Um, yeah, regular ketchup. But nah, weirdly that you say that. One of the dudes at the night job, he was saying that he loves McDonald's pickles for whatever reason. He thinks they're the best out of the fast food industry. I was like, really?
I don't really like pickles like that, so I never really get them on any sandwiches. I like sweet pickles, but that's really it. All that, all that other sandwich pickle, dill pickle shit could go. Fried pickles, all that shit, get the fuck out of my life.
Listen, now that I'm older, I'm realizing like with my body hurting, especially working two different shows at the club, and my body hurting. I hate bananas, but I look at it like medicine and pickles. Like they're good for spasms and muscle pain because I can't take pills. So because I can't take pills, I smoke weed and I gotta do natural shit like eating bananas, and eating pickles.
First of all, I can't let you have all this banana slander. You
And
know,
funny, my name is DJ IronMonkey, and I don't like bananas.
yeah, that shit just seems wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know what it is. That and eggplant. Nah, I can't fuck with
Eggplant is
those
actually
shits.
fucking pretty gross. So I'm with you on the eggplant shit. And I like
Like
it.
bananas is in the same vein. It's
Nah.
good. It's medicine. I see it as a necessary evil when my body's hurting and it's cramping. Yeah, I'll eat a banana. I'm not liking it. Like I'll eat it with peanut butter if possible. But other than that, like, nah, I'll make we make a peanut punch. Me and my father, or in the family, we'll make a bunch of peanut butter, probably some almond milk. If you're adventurous, you'll put an egg, and then some bananas, and then you blend it up and drink it like a smoothie. That shit's good.
It
I
sounded
love
really
that
good
peanut
until you
punch.
said egg.
Nah,
Like
again, if
once you
if
said egg, I had to check out, bro. Like,
not if you're
yeah,
feeling adventurous, like that is not necessary at all. Like I, I used
yeah.
to do it when I used to work out. The egg was more for protein and muscle mass business. I'm not really into that game anymore.
Yeah, they make a powder for that now, bro. Oh, that's some old school
Yeah, they
shit.
make a powder for it, but why have somebody synthesize the shit when you can make it real time?
I guess.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know. I feel like if you put eggs in something and mix it up, you're supposed to be making a cake, unless you're making scrambled
true.
egg. You know, but That's
Yeah.
neither here nor there. I'm having a pretty fucking good week because I hit on a couple of my wagers, and
Mm.
the Lions are the new kings of the NFC North. Uh,
We've already discussed that you're not going to become like a Charles Barkley. He's had his run-ins with wages, but he says, "Look, I make the money. I could spend my money fucking watching my pockets for
I
like
mean, I feel the
you
same
know."
way, but I'm also being a little bit frugal about it. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm
Mm.
only going to spend $100. So if I don't win, then that's it. You know what I mean? If I would have lost all my money, then it's over. But I'm up a little bit, so I can go on a little bit longer. I'm only making like little small wages anyway, so I'm trying to like enjoy
Yeah,
it. I'm not making like 50, 100, you know what I mean, $200 wages. I'm betting like
you, you're not
$5.
trying to make rent money.
No,
Like,
no, no,
oh man, I need this game.
no, no, no. I
Like,
want it to be,
you're
I
not
want it
on
to be
that time.
fun, man. I wanted to make sure if I'm
Mm.
gonna gamble, I'm gonna have some fun with it. So put a couple dollars in the till. I mean, I make like little $5 bets, $2 bets, whatever. You know what I mean? I'm playing the
I,
penny
I
slots.
I have
That's
a
it.
hard time placing bets on shit that I don't have a hand in the end result. So if I'm putting money down, I want to be able, like, all right, cool. I can hit this 3-point shot easy. Like, I'm gonna put money on that, like, because I got a hand in that shit. But when it's other people having to do it for me, I really don't trust that shit.
That's the beauty of the gamble. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what people say at the
I mean,
meetings.
when you put the money in the
That's what they
slot
say
machine,
at
you
those
throw the button or push the button,
those.
it's out of your hands.
But
You're
that's
not
what they
turning the
say at those
wheel.
Gamblers Anonymous meetings. Ah, man, that's the beauty. That's the magic of it all. Yeah,
It is. That's why
uh,
people gamble. Like
yeah,
you
that
wanna
and they're chasing.
I'm not gambling on me. I'm gambling on what's happening in front of me. It's like if you sitting outside and you're like, yo, I bet that lady falls when she steps off the curb. You know what I mean? It's a gamble. You don't know. She could not fall. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah, yeah.
like
When you're taking parlays or shit like that, then
it's
you know
not
you
like
got
I'm
a
like,
definite
yo,
issue.
I'm betting on my speed or I'm betting on my vertical. I'm betting on what I think is gonna happen. That's what makes it fun. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Because if I'm only
mm.
betting on the shit that I'm good at, I'm gonna make sure, you know what I mean, I have the best odds to win. But it's more fun sometimes. But that's why I do like small bets because I don't want that anxiety of like, damn, I just lost $1,000. You know what I mean? If I
Yeah,
lose $5,
because the running back stopped at the 1 yard line just to run out the clock type
dog,
shit.
I missed a $5 parlay that would have paid like 170 today because Montgomery didn't have a touchdown for the first time all season.
Mm. Mm.
Gibbs had the hot hand. I'm okay. It's only $5 and my team won. So,
Mm.
you know what I mean? I really won, even though I didn't win,
Mm.
you know? But shit, I mean, we moved into sports, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of having a
Yeah.
conversation. But
Yeah, no, because I'm checking up on the scores. Like the motherfucking Dodgers got the lead right now, bottom of the third, 4-1 right now, and then the Lynx is actually beating the New York Liberty right now, third quarter with 4 minutes left, 38-36, third
all
quarter.
right, that's a close both close games. Let's go Lynx. I want to see Minnesota win that shit. You know what I mean?
Steelers look like they kicked another field goal to bring it to 7-6 right now against the motherfucking New Jersey Jets.
Man, what you got? Like 4 TVs over there, dog? You're giving me
Nah,
all the
nah,
scores.
nah, nah, nah. I'm using my laptop.
Oh, you got the
I
ESPN ticker and shit. Just running off
yeah,
all
but
the motherfucking all the scores and
yeah.
shit.
Matter of fact, they said that the sports. I think I sent it to you. The sports solstice, where all the sports are playing on one day, is October 28th, which is no, it'll be next week. So we'll have next week's show to pump it again. But all the sports are supposed to be playing on that day. All the major sports, because basketball should be back by then. Football, baseball, hockey. So all of them will be playing on the same day. Probably Premiership soccer as well, or
Oh shit.
football, if you may. So again, October 28th is when all the sports play on one day. But this is the prime time for sports right now.
Yeah, man.
I'm loving it.
This is the best. This is the best time. You know what I mean? Because literally, like all four sports like start
Mm.
around this time. So like these next couple of weeks, it's all sports all the time. Everywhere you look, sports, sports, sports. You know what I
Speaking
mean?
of which, too, yo, out of the blue, this dude at work was talking about your boy Ashton Genty. He was
Yo,
like, maybe the Patriots will pick up that running back from Boise State. I thought his name was Allen for whatever
no, no, no,
reason. I was
Ashton.
like, yo, my boy's been talking about him for the past couple of weeks on the podcast.
Yo, he's on pace to break Barry Sanders' college record.
Yo, the dude probably already got 1,000 yards rushing in 6 games.
Yeah, he's got
Like,
almost 1,200 now.
yeah, it's
So
just madness.
it's crazy what he's doing. You know what I mean? He's on pace. He's right. He's actually right now ahead of Barry at this point. So
And
let's
it's
see.
D1. It's not even like he's playing like D3.
No,
Like for like New Hampshire or some shit like that. Nah, this
dude,
dude is doing it for Boise State,
dude is
D1
real deal.
school.
So shout out to Ashton Genty. Um,
You think
the,
you'll think he'll be a #1 pick?
it's either going to be
You-
him or it's going to be Travis Hunter. But I think Travis Hunter being the #1 pick is going to depend on what he decides to do. Like if he's going to try
Yeah.
to play both ways or if he's going to be predominantly a corner. But wide
Fucking
receivers make
Jets
more
scored
money.
a touchdown.
Wide receivers make more money. So he might try to come in as a wideout to try to, maximize his dollars.
Mm.
But also like it's
You,
one of those
you,
guys that's gonna win the Heisman. I don't know who, but I think it's gonna depend over the next couple of weeks, like
you
how good
think
the
you
teams do.
think the NFL will let him do like a show Otani type thing?
Well, yeah, I mean, they've had a lot of two-way players in the past. I mean, Dion was probably the last good one, but there's always guys that try to, you know what I mean, play both
Wait,
ways.
Dion was a 2-way player?
Yeah.
He was a wide receiver?
No, he came in as a corner, but then like later in his
Mm.
career, like when he went to Dallas and when he went to San Fran, he played some receiver.
Yeah, punt returner,
And when he went to
special teams.
when he went to Baltimore, he played some receiver too.
Yeah, he wasn't that good of a receiver then.
It wasn't terrible.
He wasn't terrible, but they had him on special teams.
Yeah, no, he played like snaps at receiver too. Like I think he had like a couple touchdowns and shit. You know what I mean? It was a novelty thing, but he made it work. So it's not like they
Yeah,
won't do
probably
it.
on Hail Marys and shit like that. So
Plus, Travis is so good on both sides of the ball. Like it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to be like, nah, you can only play one position. Julius Peppers played both sides too. Not Julius
and
Peppers, Jabril Peppers from Michigan. He played
Jabril
both sides.
Peppers, yeah, but that was in college. In the NFL, they're
Well, that's
not
what I'm
gonna
talking
do
about. I
that.
mean, Travis Hunter's currently playing both sides of the ball in college. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but Jabril Peppers ended up playing linebacker.
Mhm.
But he probably could have played running back too, but linebackers make more money. So I think
Yeah,
it's really going to be about like, you know what I mean? He may or may not have to make that decision.
yeah. I'm
Uh,
mad he didn't stay with the Giants.
yeah, he was good. He's a good player. Well, now he's in trouble. So we'll see. His
Yeah,
career's probably done.
he's better than Devin Bush, to be honest.
Well, it's not hard to be better than Devin Bush, but
Listen, the Steelers, they invested in the Devin Bush stash for a bit, and it was like, nah, you ain't the one.
oh, all right. Well, shit, man. Tell us what's on your mind this week, man. What you been? What,
Oh, what have I been contemplating this week?
yeah. What's on the mind
Uh,
of DJ IronMonkey?
you know, this week I've actually kind of numbed my mind, but I know we'll probably talk about some of the political stuff that's going around. Um, I don't like sometimes when it comes to the political scene where people have to excommunicate their family members because they don't agree with them. Like, I'm not gonna say exactly who, but I have family members that are Trump supporters. And for me, I needed to see what they support in him. Racism is not really a deal breaker with them. You know, I wanted to see what some deal breakers were and what some deal makers were with them. And I have the conversation, and it's cordial. It's being able to disagree with somebody without having to hate them. Know what I mean?
Right.
So with the whole political thing, yeah, I recognize with him, and I don't try to say his name too much because it's like Beetlejuice, which part two wasn't really that good of a movie. It was okay. It was a movie. Um, but with him, it's like, yo, what he's been convicted of, what he's had his moment to make a case of in court when he actually had a chance to go on record. Like he's accused of in New York, falsifying paperwork and exaggerating numbers. So when he's on the campaign trail, one thing that I'm noticing is that he's still doing the same shit. He's exaggerating numbers. Oh, in Springfield, Ohio, they're reporting 25 or 30,000. I believe there's more. No, number one, it's 15. Nobody said 25. And then just the blatant lies that he keeps saying, and they're just running with it like it's regular. Like this is supposed to be the highest office that represents us as a people. The dude's a con man, like real talk. But for me, as an independent, yeah, I see some things with Harris that I had questions with, even when she was running, for the president, and she had to drop out, and then she ended up becoming vice president. Was her record. But when I delved into the facts of it all, the records revealed themselves to 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 enlighten me, where I didn't know everything. But people don't do that kind of research. They just get what TikTok gives them and what Facebook gives them and the memes give them. They're getting fed things. When it takes them to just delve a little bit deeper, it's just I ain't got time for that. That's usually the notion. So on my mind, and just to put a button in it all, just try to have conversation with people and be civil. Just the art of conversation alone is a lost art. I know when we had our previous podcast, it was called the Saturday Conversation, and it was all built on having conversations with people. Where we've come across like Tom DiNucci or the expert from Australia, and your cousin, the lawyer, and Asha, the now judge. So we had various different people on the show and had conversations with them. So my thing is just have conversations with people and be civil. They don't have to agree with you, and you don't have to hate them and block them because they don't subscribe to your train of thought. So
Word. Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off you a little bit because we're less than 2 weeks out. The election is just over 2 weeks out, something like that. The election is November 5th, so whatever day that is, 2 weeks from Tuesday.
mm,
So 2 weeks from Tuesday is the election. So this is kind of where, you know, I'm going to recommend that folks do their diligence. You may already know who you want to vote for, and that's cool. Um, but what I will say is for that, those that may be on the fence or those that are just, read everything, watch the Trump stuff, watch the Harris stuff, listen to the town halls. All this stuff is all available for you to see for
mm,
yourself. Trump did an interview on Fox News. Uh, Kamala's been making the rounds, um,
mm,
you know, and so there's plenty of opportunity for you to see them one on one. You know, Kamala's been going. She did the Breakfast Club. She did what you call it there, and she did Fox News last week. So you know what I
yeah.
mean. It's not like she's just playing home games and people are asking her the tough questions. So there's an opportunity for you to see how she feels about things being asked from both sides of the aisle. Watch all the Trump stuff. You know, he's doing his regular Trump rhetoric,
Mm.
but more the some of the
He
stuff is
wants
just
to
completely.
he wants to do away with the Department of Education and have one person oversee everything. So
Some of the ideas.
if they want, if a school teaches that, you know, part of the country was built off the back of slaves, he's not going to give that school federal funding because that's not what he believes in.
Yeah, I did see those clips. Listen, the dude says some outlandish shit. And if you don't realize by now that he's a diabolical supervillain, then we're not watching the same news. Um, you know,
Mm,
it's definitely it seems like a communist agenda, but you know, just based on what I watch and what I know and what I've read, um, and what you know, his old supporters, some of them are, you know, also calling him a crazy lunatic. So, you know, take that for what it is. You know,
mm,
he still has his base, and his base is large. So the only thing that you can do to change that is to do all your research, and then go out and vote the
mm.
way that your research finds. But make sure that you vote. Um,
And also research your local government as well.
Also research your local governments, because remember that no matter who the president is, when they send the money to the
Mhm,
states for whatever it's for, education, roads, medical shit, or whatever, um, it's the states that determine how that money is spent. So,
mhm.
you know, in our case,
Especially with Trump pushing states' rights
in our state, we have
for things.
all these truck tolls. You know, that was money that was sent to fix the roads, and we turned it into truck tolls. And I'm sure that soon there'll be everybody tolls. At least that's my theory. Um,
Mm,
you know, it hasn't happened yet, but that doesn't mean that it won't.
mm,
And if you think like I think, it definitely will. Um,
mm,
you know, so basically, you know, piggybacking on what you're saying and just urging people to go and vote, but make sure you vote educatedly, whatever that means for you. I would suggest seeing and reading and listening to everything that you can. Pay
mm,
attention to your local shit, because there's a lot of things and taxes and bonds and shit that get pushed through that are not in your best interest, um,
mm,
from a from a financial as well as like infrastructure standpoint. So read everything. Don't just skim it. You know what I mean, there's no time limit when you do vote. So if you think
mm.
about it for as long as you want, they can't rush you up out of that bitch. So um, do the work and go vote.
Yes.
Shit, man. Are you
Make sure
recommending
you're
anything?
registered. Make sure you're registered.
Also, make sure you're registered. But we're gonna move into if you're recommending anything. You know what I mean? I'm only recommending the Penguin right now. That shit
Ah,
is
you're
fucking.
finally on to that, huh?
Nah, I just waited for a couple episodes. I've been waiting for it, you
Mm.
know. But I was able to watch the first 4 episodes. Um, Colin Farrell is masterful, dog. Like
Oh my
um,
God.
Kristen
Yeah, he
Milioti.
reminds me of my boy. I'm not gonna say his name because it's kind of offensive, but nah, he reminds me of one of my boys.
Yep,
Heavy.
Christine Milioti does a great job. And Sophia Falcone, like it's.
Mm.
I don't understand why DC can't make movies like they make television shows, because every
Or
DC
even cartoon movies.
or
Their cartoon movies are great.
right, everything that's for the TV has been amazing. For some reason,
Oh,
you can't even get Batman right. You can't get your flagship right. No Batman, no Superman.
well,
Although James Gunn, what I will say is that
he's supposed to be bringing all of that into focus.
the James Gunn Superman looks like it might be amazing. Because James Gunn is a master. I like him better than I like Zack Snyder's just dark. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Zack's,
Zack Snyder makes it like extra dark.
you know what? Probably next week we'll probably have to do Zack Snyder versus Homeboy. Um, that's doing that show Penguin.
Okay.
James Gunn, I should say.
Yeah. I have to brush up on my James Gunn movies, but I know that he's
Yeah, nah, I like both of them.
you know, I like
They're
them both.
not quite Tarantino.
I think they do different things.
Yeah.
They do different things. Like I said, Zack Snyder's generally like a darker version of, but James Gunn is like seems like he's more. James Gunn seems like he tries to do more Marvel-esque type movies.
Now, what he likes to do is he likes to take B, B and Z team characters and bring them to the forefront, like how with Peacemaker, right?
Yeah,
The fact that Peacemaker's a dope motherfucking show. But then I think it's Creature Commandos is the next one that's supposed to be coming out, but it's a cartoon and it's about it's not the Suicide Squad, but it's like Dracula and Frankenstein, and they're going after. They're kind of like the Suicide Squad in a sense, you know. Even when he did Suicide Squad, he took B characters and he elevated them to a higher standard. You know what I mean?
well, now he's doing Superman, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Um,
Yeah, Superman is the big project. That's the big kickoff. But Penguin is tight.
Penguin is great, man. It's super great. It's probably the second best show I've seen on HBO in the last couple years. Um,
Okay. Okay.
only because I'm
Watchmen was great.
The Watchmen was great, but The Watchmen hasn't been on in fucking 5 years.
Not because they canceled it after one season.
One season.
Nobody knows why. It won all these awards, and then all of a sudden they just decided to cancel it. It was probably because it was getting a lot of letters. People were writing it.
I'm not really sure. I'd like to definitely know the reason why they canceled it because it was a great fucking show. And who knows? Maybe Netflix will pick it up or fucking Hulu or something. You know what I mean?
Depends on when the rights are up.
Also, fuck Netflix for charging me $25 for my Netflix account now.
You can pay cheaper and watch commercials.
Yo, they're still showing me commercials. This is not as many.
Listen, I'm not. I had a deal with my cable company. I'm not gonna say their name, and I was gonna get.
Oh, it's only one cable company, Doug.
Nah, there's a couple. I'm like,
it's only one that serves. It's only one that serves Rhode Island, my dude.
There's two. There's at least two. I'm not gonna say their names because one of them are a bunch of dicks. But they was offering me Netflix and HBO in a bundle for $10, right? But it's with commercials. I was like, nah, I don't want commercials. I'm good.
Yo, everything's going up. Disney Plus went up to $27, I think. But at least with Disney Plus, you get the fucking Hulu and the ESPN.
Nah, I think they stopped that bundle.
Well, I still have it, so that's all I care about.
Yeah. You might be grandfathered in because I got some email about that the other day.
Yeah. Even my fucking Sirius went up. I had to cancel that shit. I only got a couple more days of Sirius, unless they're gonna give it back to me for $5. Sirius, I'm looking at you. But yo, these fucking these apps are getting out of hand now. Like my app subscriptions is almost as much as my cable bill used to be. So I'm gonna have to make some tough decisions based on watching or maybe just trying to get free trials for some of the shit like Paramount when they do the little.
You still gotta holler at me off mic about the Fire Stick scene.
Yeah, that might be a move.
So
I know a guy who knows a guy.
Yeah, who knows a guy that knows a guy
that might know another guy that might be able to do. I wish I could just jailbreak my TV because I got a smart TV.
Though, even go. I don't know what this. You know what? Let me just keep my mouth shut. I'll say this off mic. But
shit, don't
let's move.
Hell
fucking no.
Let's move ahead. We're only recommending the Penguin. Go watch the Penguin.
Oh wait, I had a recommendation.
Oh wait, Invincible season 3 is coming back. If you haven't watched Invincible, that shit is
Ooh, yo,
fucking amazing, boy.
it's brutal.
It's brutal though.
Oh,
Like
oh goodness.
if you don't like brutal shit, don't watch it. If you didn't like
I'm
uh
not into horrors, but I like Invincible is good. It's not a horror, but it's brutal as fuck. But one show that I would recommend it is the Per Deeps of Pittsburgh on Prime.
what's it
It's
called?
about Per Deeps,
Per-
PARD as in David, EEPS, Per Deeps
Okay.
of Pittsburgh. It's on Amazon Prime. I want to be careful because I don't want my thing to activate here. But nah, it's about an Indian family, an East Indian family that is getting interrogated for something, and in them getting interrogated, they tell their story, and it's a good comedy. It's a good, I want to say family friendly, adult family friendly, because they do cuss. There's some adult situations, um, but it's a nice comedy. It was a
I'll
nice
check
show.
it out.
It was a nice find.
I'll check it out. I know you be watching the most obscure shit on the planet, so it could be super
Oh
weird,
yeah.
but I'm gonna watch that shit anyway.
Oh,
Uh,
you'll enjoy it. It's a nice one.
dude,
Just thinking about
I
some of the
know
scenes.
you, bro.
I
I
don't.
know you be watching the wildest shit ever, and you be like, "Yo,
Oh
this
yeah.
shit is sweet," and then I'll watch it, and it won't feel as sweet as it does for you, because I don't get it sometimes, you know.
No, but you
Uh,
see that's the beauty of the Fire Stick. You know, sometimes the world is my oyster, or you know whatever the phrasing might be. You know,
Facts.
so yeah.
Oh, we breezing through tonight, man. Fucking, I think the Dodgers are winning right now.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. Wait, let me see the update on that one.
let's get our real live sports updates from the sports desk.
All right. Yes, the bottom of the fourth, Dodgers 6, Mets 3. Mets just scored 2 in the top of the fourth. You know, to cut into that little lead there. Dodgers are playing at home. you
Yo, real quick, I just
know,
want to say fuck the Dodgers because I was looking at their home openers against the Tigers, so I was gonna fly out there to watch Dodgers baseball, and I still probably will fly out there, but I won't be watching opening day. I'll be watching Game 2 of the series because tickets for Dodger Stadium for opening day are between like $300 and $800 for a fucking baseball game. Who's gonna be at this baseball game? Like, I know
showtime, baby. It's
I know it's
showtime.
LA, but god damn, yo, opening day tickets range from like $300 to $1,000. The next day, tickets start at like 120, like regular
Cut,
price.
cut, cut it out, man. You know it's showtime. If anything, in
Yep.
real time, the New York Lynx, actually New York Liberty, I should say, got 49, and the Minnesota Lynx got 48. Fourth quarter, 6:08 left.
Oh shit, they really out there balling. But yeah,
Yeah, let's
if
go
I know
Liberty.
anybody, all my LA friends need to tap in about how I can get opening day Dodger tickets. Because if not, I'm gonna just come out there and then go to game 2. Uh,
Yeah.
maybe I'll see if Angels tickets are cheap because they suck. So
What, you ain't rocking with the Padres?
maybe I'll go to see Anaheim. I mean, I'm gonna be in Southern California. I might try to get all 3 teams while I'm there.
You know what? I
Also, you should be coming on the
I
trip,
think we
man.
discussed it. I think we discussed this before. Like, if we hit the jackpot, like, what was our like favorite? Like, what would our sporting event carousel look like? And I think go to every baseball stadium was on both of our lists.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, that's why I'm trying to knock out all these stadiums, you know. But I
Hmm.
figure if I can get a weekend, I can get 3 games in. I'd be straight. San Diego, Anaheim, LA. Uh,
I
you
don't
know,
know
and then
why, for whatever reason.
if there's real time, I'll go to San Fran too. But you know, I
Hmm.
do want to see
Oh,
other parts of LA, so I can't just spend every day watching baseball. You know what I mean? I mean, I could, but then I won't see too much more of LA. So I'll be at baseball stadiums every day.
Yeah.
But
Or just sitting in traffic.
or just sitting in traffic. Yeah. See, that's why I gotta get. Nah, I don't even know. I gotta figure out how to ride the streets without going through like ill gang territory. I guess I need some education on LA. Let me know if I can wear a Lions hat.
No baseball caps whatsoever.
I haven't seen anything about the Lions though. I've seen all the
Still,
baseball
nah,
teams.
don't risk it, because that might be a new up and coming group.
True. Maybe I'll wear a wave cap. That way
Nothing. Just
I don't get attacked in LA by the fighting Dan
nah. Let your hair follicles get some of that California sun.
Word.
Don't wear a hat. Like, don't risk it.
No hats, white tees, dad shorts.
Yeah, your white tee tucked in.
Jean shorts, and New Balances. You know.
Yeah, don't even try to fuck with like polo shirts with collars.
No,
that might be a thing too.
Lots of golf shirts, lots of Callaway. You know, we'll be out there looking like I'm on our way to the golf course every day.
Straight Tiger Woods caddy.
That's it. Khakis and Sperry's.
Listen, look at this Jake from State Farm ass motherfucker.
That's it. Jake. Save Jake.
Nah, you can't be wearing that right around these parts, son. Nah, I'm saying, dog.
Oh man, you ain't from around here, huh, homie? Nah.
Yo,
no, I'm not.
Let's set you up.
I'm in my 50s. I'm in my 40s. Let me just
peace, brothers.
Right? Can I interest you gentlemen in a beanie pie?
Oh my goodness. Hey, have you thought about solar power?
Yo, those dudes are like the new Mormon dudes that come through on the bike. They're like the new Jehovah's Witnesses, the solar cats, man.
Walk around with the clipboard.
Yo, solar dudes, y'all gotta relax. That shit is aggressive.
Nah, man. Leave my son alone, man. He's out there hustling, man.
I love how they knock and then they step off the porch. And they're like, hey, man, you know, I noticed that you don't have solar panels on your house, man. You know, can I interest you in maybe talking to you for a few minutes about the benefits of solar power? And I'm like, I don't own the house. Oh, well, you know, can I just give you the information? Maybe you could give it to the landlord. Dude, I don't own the house. That's it.
Yo, man.
Just walk away.
Leave my son alone, man.
I'm gonna start inviting them in and having real long conversations with them. Let them do their whole spiel. And then
like I used to get the Jehovah's Witnesses that used to come knocking on my door on a Saturday morning. Now, mind you, I'm trying to sober up from working a Friday night at the club, all right, and now working also in the daytime. So I'm working back to back. So I wake up, I'm trying to smoke so that way I could get my head together and assemble something of my weekend. Jehovah's Witnesses come around, they want to talk, and now I'm actually having a conversation with them. It gets to a point where they're like, oh, well, okay, well, we got other houses to get to, so yeah. They decide to just bounce. I'm like, yo, listen, I'm high. I'm going to have this conversation because I like that show, The History of the Bible. Like, yo, we having this, easy. Let's have a conversation. So we got other houses to go to, sir. Yeah, thank you for the conversation. You have a nice day. You as well.
Made them some tea and shit. Let's sit down.
Listen.
Let's chit chat. Yo, shout out to Jehovah's Witnesses, the original door-to-door salespeople. You know what I'm saying?
Watchtower ass. Nah, man. Like, yo, let me chill with them. They used to live, like when I lived in University Heights. They had some that used to live in the apartment above me. After like Ronald and the Bliss
Oh, so
family moved out.
you was their first stop on the way out on their rounds, bro. That's all.
Nah, they never knocked on our door. You know, if anything, it's probably heavy weed smoke and reggae music and just different vibes. They're like, nah, we ain't fucking with these motherfuckers. They on different time. But
All right.
you
Oh shit.
nah, because if anything, when they started come knocking on my door and like outside of that, ever since then, they don't come knocking on my door no more.
Word. Well, shit,
I
man.
entertain them more than I entertain people for Halloween.
We reached that time of the night, man. It is time for the top motherfucking five. Top five. Top five. Top five.
Yeah.
Dude, you look like you fucking giving out fucking baseball signs and shit.
Yes. Beavis and Butthead. All right. It looks like he's gonna slap the ball. He's gonna slap it.
Today in our top five, we're talking about
Yes.
our top five most underrated MC / rapper cats.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not sure what your criteria was for underrated, but for me, it was the people that folks don't really talk about when they're talking about top tens or top, you know what I mean, top five specifically. Guys that like can go on tour and they got like a touring base, but they're not winning awards. You know what I'm saying? Their albums ain't been number one really, you know, but they making a living. Like they're good,
Okay.
like they're respected within their circles, and like maybe
Mm-hmm.
like other rappers might talk about them, but the masses you never really hear them mention when when like the regular Joes that's not rappers is talking about. They might not have that many radio hits, you know what I'm saying? But when you bring up their name, they're like, "Oh shit, yo, he's super nice." That type of shit.
All right. I'll let you go first on this one.
Oh, you want
Saying
me to
that
go
that,
first?
that yeah. Because I tend to go first a lot.
I mean,
Yeah, go ahead. After you, my brother.
all right. Well, I'll go first then. Um,
Mm-hmm.
as I just was saying that, I thought of another one. So and I just
Well,
posted
do
it.
you have any honorable
All
mentions to
right.
start with?
I'm gonna start with my honorable mention first, and I'm going from
Okay.
like uh least overrated to most overrated today. You know what I mean? So my number one is gonna be who I feel is the most overrated.
Overrated or underrated?
Underrated, rather. My bad. Least underrated to most underrated. Not overrated.
Okay.
Overrated is a much
Okay.
easier list, but
Okay.
underrated.
Yeah.
So I'm going from least underrated to most underrated. As how
Okay.
as far as I see it.
Okay.
All right. Uh, First on the list of my honorable mentions is Fat Joe. Uh,
Really?
digging in the crates. People don't really be talking about Fat Joe like that, and he
Hmm.
got hits. Like they be like, "Yo, this song is a smash," but when they do top fives, it ain't Fat Joe. Fat Joe don't even make a lot of people's top tens. You know what I mean? But they all will be like, "Yo, Fat Joe's nice. He always got a radio hit." You know what I mean?
Okay.
He got a bunch of BET awards and shit, but you know what I mean? He went independent because he wasn't like the labels wasn't really fucking with him that much. Or he was fucking up his money, one or the other. Um, so he's my honorable mention. And then my second honorable mention is Busta Rhymes for the same reasons. Busta Rhymes got hella hits, but people don't be
Hmm.
sliding Busta Rhymes up in their top 10 as much. He can still, but he can hold a tour and he's an icon. But I think he's just outside of like, you know what I mean, a lot of people's top tens. That's why he's one of the least underrated, but still underrated. You know what I mean? Whereas like you don't really hear people mention Busta like that unless they're talking about some appearance or like one of his wild ass videos. Um, After that, I'm gonna go with Talib Kweli,
Hmm.
uh, another dude that tours heavy. You know what I'm saying? Makes a ton of money on tour. No real commercial success outside of like the few, like outside of the Black Star album, which wasn't. I wouldn't really consider that a commercial success because I think it only went like I don't even know if it went gold. It might have back then, but I'm not really sure.
Mhm.
So Talib is at my number 5. Uh, Royce, the 5'9", is at number 4 for me. Uh, Super dope lyricist from Detroit. But a lot of people like peg his fame on just being friends with M.
Mhm.
But if you listen to Royce, Royce is a monster all by himself. Again, not a lot of commercial success, even with Slaughterhouse. You know what I mean? It was more like a cult following, more so than like, you know what I mean, the masses. I don't think they had a platinum record either. Um, After that, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Black Thought. You know what I'm saying?
At number
Dude,
3.
and his is a little bit more of an interesting story because the Roots are like the greatest band in the land, but he had a couple solo projects that just released and people didn't even like pump them like
Mm.
that. You know what I mean? And
Stream of thought.
those stream of thoughts and you know the stuff he's been doing. You know what I mean? Like critically acclaimed, but you're like he's the guy you forget about when you talk about lyricists. Like you'll be like Royce, this guy, that guy, and they're like, yo, what about Black Thought? Oh shit, he's super nice too. You know what I mean? Like so.
Mm.
Um, 2 for me
Okay.
is gonna be Redman, another dude who no real commercial success. You know what I mean? He's had more movie success than he does rap success, from a financial standpoint and a mainstream standpoint. You know what I mean? With the
Okay.
how highs and you know the relationship with Met and all that,
Mhm.
the weed lines, shit like that. You know what I mean? Definitely an icon, but you know, if we're talking underrated superstars and underrated rappers, like he's definitely right there for me. And then number 1 on my list, and this might catch some folks off guard, but it might not. Luda,
Hmm.
low key, Luda's one of the best MCs out there, dog. But if not for the Fast and the Furious movies,
Hmm.
like people don't really talk about Luda. Like he discovered like the Saint Lunatics and Nelly and you know what I mean? Those dudes. Uh, 2 Chains was one of his
Hmm.
rappers back when he was Titty Boy.
Titty
Uh,
boy.
and
His
yeah,
name was really Titty Boy. Yeah.
yeah,
Uh,
that's one of the worst rap names in history. But
oh
you
yeah,
know,
by far.
Luda, super lyrical. You know what I mean? Some of the best albums out. But you know, he's more known as a movie star than as a rapper. Um, you're still laughing about that Titty
Okay.
Boy shit, huh?
Yo, for real. Yo, for real.
So that's my top 5.
That's a solid one. So you had Talib Kweli 5,
Yep,
Royce at number 4,
yeah,
Black Thought at number 3, Redman at number 2, and Luda at number 1. With your honorable mention, Fat Joe and Busta Rhymes.
yeah.
Okay. All right. That's a solid list. All right. So mine's has some old school and new school people mixed up in it. Um when you said a name, I have to actually change something and put him as an honorable mention and move somebody in. So as an honorable mention, I had Grand Poobah from Brand
Yo,
Nubian.
Puba was so nice, yo.
Oh my goodness.
Puba was
And his
so nice.
flow, the voice, the subject matter, smooth, right? Not gonna get into Lord Jamar and Sadat X because Lord Jamar's a little bit on some kind of funny time. I'm not gonna get into that. But either way, um, kind of an unknown rapper, super dope. Saw him live at the Blue Note. Um, I actually saw him twice, I believe. Got a couple of autographs, pictures with him. But the rapper Sky Zoo from
Yo,
Brooklyn,
Kaizu's dope too. He's there. A lot
right?
of people like nobody. Kaizu's like the underground of the underground type shit.
Yeah. Speaking of underground, as another honorable mention, I got Rock Marciano, dope motherfucker producer, and he got an offbeat kind of flow, but it works for him and his productions and what he does. So those are my honorable mentions. So my number five, unknown. He does music, but he's kind of a new school rapper. JID
JID
out of
super
Atlanta.
dope. JID super
Yeah,
dope.
fuck. Like for me, underrated. Should get talked about. He doesn't really do the Drake and
He's on the
that
way up
kind of
though. He
scene.
actually got a song with Katy Perry right now that fucking slaps, dog.
Oh yeah, but he had to water it down a little bit for the commercial is
Oh yeah,
Love It
yeah,
All,
yeah. But I've heard his
but
other stuff is really good.
oh yeah, he's my
Yeah, it's
number
really
five.
good.
Number four is a throwback. DMC from Run DMC, right? He was actually dope. If you actually heard a lot of shit that and actually listened to him in a lot of the old Run DMC songs, DMC was solid as fuck. He's my number four as underrated, underspoke about MCs. Number three, I had to throw in Luda because Luda is fucking dope. Also, fast fact, they had that video game, Fight for V for Vendetta or whatever it was, Fight for New
Oh,
York,
Def Jam shit back in the day.
Def Jam game.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ludacris though, like in the game, you'll get like a text from him, a voice text from him. He goes, "Punk ass bitch." He was just talking his shit in the game. Always loved it. But Luda's my number three as underrated, dope ass lyricist rapper. Number two. Now he does have a level of fame, but when people talk about like dope rappers and lyricists, he doesn't really get mentioned because his sexuality comes into play. That's Tyler the Creator. He's my number
Tyler's dope.
two.
Tyler's
Like
dope.
musically, creatively, the way that he does his art and the way that he approaches his music, fucking dope. Especially that one that he did with DJ Drama. Love that shit. He's my number two, Tyler the Creator. Number one for me was actually everybody's afterthought, like you were saying, is Black Thought. He's a fucking dope ass lyricist. Met him also at the Blue Note on a different occasion when I went to go see Robert Glasper. But much shorter than I thought.
Yeah, y'all about the same
But
height.
nah, I'm slightly taller than him, which is weird.
Yeah.
I just thought it was different. But either way, camera tricks and angles and stuff like that, make you look taller on TV. Um, but Black Thought is my number one. I actually put one of his songs on my last mix that I just finished this week.
Dope.
So, but Black Thought is my number one dope fucking artist. And he's doing the commercial thing with the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon.
Word.
So
You know what's his wild short that I didn't know that was that short when I met him? Fucking Jadakiss is only like 5'7".
really, so yeah,
Mad,
it's about my height then.
mad little.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Your list is great. I definitely thought I was gonna hear Anderson .Paak on there though. That's why I left him off my list.
Rapper wise, nah, I wouldn't classify him as a rapper. It's kind of like Queen Latifah in a sense where it's more about the music. No,
Oh
it's more about the music, and she sings too.
yeah, but he got
You know.
he got some dope ass verses though.
Oh yeah, no, like musically composed sets. Like I love the creativity with him, and especially with knowledge.
Yeah,
With the No Worries project.
he's definitely on my list of people to go see live and shit.
Oh yes.
But
Oh
yo,
yes.
that's the top five. And that's another episode of Caveman and Iron Monkey talking that shit. Make sure you hit the like
Yeah.
and subscribe on the YouTube channel, K-Word Entertainment TV. The links will be out. You know what I'm saying? Comment. You know what I mean? Tell us how you feel. Say it with your chest. Talk that shit. We'll catch y'all next Sunday right here.
Yeah,
Let's go, Lion.
that McDonald's Big and Tasty was a good burger though. No Diddy.
It's not better than the fillet, dog. Nothing's better than the fillet of fish.